of you have told me about riding bicycles, and that you ride bicycles, and kids ride bicycles, adults ride bicycles, and Mrs. Hall, who if you look at with your eyes, you'll know who she is right away because she's the one in our class that you've never met before. And she rides a lot of bicycles. And she's here to talk about safe ways of riding bicycles.
Thank you. Hi, right, I'm Mrs. Hall from City Hall, so that's easy to remember, and I appreciate that all of you wore your name tags, and I'm sorry I didn't wear my name tag. Well, a couple didn't, but that's okay. That's right. I appreciate knowing who you are, and so I can call you by name. Now, how many of you really have bicycles or are going to get one this summer? Can I see your hands? Okay, lots of people have bicycles. Great, okay. You know, put your hands down. Thank you. All of you probably have some sort of terrific story you could tell me about riding your bicycle, but I'm sorry, I'm not going to have time to hear that today. But if you keep it right up there in your head, I bet later during the day you might have a chance to draw a picture of it for me, because I'd like to get something from you, a picture from you perhaps about something that's happened with you on your bicycle, and I could get that down to City Hall and look at them. But I have so many things that I want to share with you that I don't have time for you to share your stories with me in terms of telling me about it. So I'd really appreciate that. We just go on, and I'll just try to cover the things that we need to do, because there are some things I need your help with, and so I'm kind of excited about that. Well, when we're riding, I bet a lot of you are still riding on sidewalks, and some of you are in the street, and I drew a little this yesterday, so I'll just use my same drawing. But this maybe looks like your neighborhood a little bit, that there are houses and there are driveways, other houses, and a sidewalk out front, and then there's a street. Well, I came today, one of the reasons is that I need to enlist all of your help in a border patrol. And what that means is that I need you to be a part of our border patrol, and that means when borders are between countries, and you have to think of the country you're on when you're riding your bike on the sidewalk as a safe country. And any place that a car goes through or on the side is enemy territory. And so every time you come to a border where a car would cross, you need to check. You need to look both ways, and that means to really look. You can't just look with your eyes. We have to really look one way, the other way, and back again. A lot of people say left, right, left. Well, I have a teenager, and I don't think that he still knows what his left hand is. So what I like to tell kids and adults, be sure and check where that place where the traffic comes closest and where the traffic comes from furthest away. And you check and double check. Now, to be able to do that, there's one thing that we need to practice, and that means getting out of our own driveway. So I have a little exercise that I'd like to do with you, but I'm going to need your teacher's help. So I need you to think just a minute to see whether you think your teacher would like to drive a truck or a sports car for me. How many think she should drive a truck? Let me see your hands. How many think she should drive a sports car? Oh boy, I think we'll let her drive the sports car. Anybody guess what color that sports car might be? Anybody guess what color the car might be, Mike?
Red.
Red. I just happen to have a red sports car here. Do that to really help pretend I brought part of my bicycle along. I'm going to give everybody a chance to drive and ride on my bicycle. What we're going to pretend is that this is our driveway right here, and your teacher's going to be down here. This is going to be like the street outside your driveway. Now, parents sometimes feel like they want to beautify where they're living and almost want to hide their driveway, it seems like. So sometimes there's bushes and plants that are grown right alongside their driveway. So this is going to be, it's a bush up here. So what I'm going to need is for these four to line up first, right here. Everybody's going to have a chance. There we go. And I'm going to ask Brianna, what you need to do, Brianna, is that you look, you see the car, can you go? No. You have to wait till you don't see the car. And when you don't see the car, your teacher's going to hold it like this, okay? And then it would be clear, but I'm going to be driving the truck down here. So you're going to have to look both ways, and we're going to try and trick you a little bit. Everybody's going to have a chance, but they get to make their own decision whether it's clear to go or not, okay? Now, can you go when there's both cars or one car? Okay, what about now? Look both ways. And back again. Okay, ride that bicycle out, and right over here, give me things. Now you can go around the circle. That'd be good, like you wanted to go. Just sit by your chair. Okay, here we go. We're gonna get her. Oh, she's looking good. Look how she's turning her head. That's great. Okay. Good job.
Laura used her eyes.
Okay, Matt. Looks like he's gone in and out of his driveway lots of times. Good job. Okay. No. Thank you. Okay. Can I have everybody's attention again, please? Okay, I needed to talk to you about one other thing. When we're riding, there's an important skill that we need, whether you are kindergartners, first graders, fourth graders, sixth graders, even as old as I am. You need to be able to ride a straight line and be able to look behind you, because when we're riding, we need to know what's behind us. A lot of us know our hand signals for bicycles, and that's fine. But did you know that a car that you can see can't always see you? You have to be sure that that car sees you, and that cars cannot stop immediately. When you're walking down the hall and somebody steps in front of you, you can really stop. But have you ever been with your mom or dad and they were going someplace and they kind of missed their turn and they put on their brakes and they kind of skidded a little bit and you said, oh boy, that was really fun, do that again or something. But the idea was that they wanted to stop, didn't have a chance to stop when they wanted to. So it takes a few minutes for the message to go from the eye down to the foot, down to the brake, from the brake to the brakes on the car to actually stop it. So just because you would signal that you were going to turn where a car was coming doesn't mean the car could stop. So we need to practice another skill. And what we need to do is ride our bicycle and be able to look over our shoulder to see if anything's there. But there's a little trick to it. We need to be sure that we keep our bicycle going straight. Because what happens if this was traffic, or let's pretend that this is our street out here again. If I'm riding out here in the street and want to look behind me, and I look behind me and I turn my bicycle, I'm going to go right out in front of the car. So what I need to practice is going straight and being able to still look behind me and keep my bicycle straight. Okay? Now we're going to all have a chance to do this. The other thing is that we have to really be able to know, I need to be able to know that you're looking and really seeing. So we're going to do a little exercise where everybody's going to have a chance again to ride my bicycle. It's lots of fun, right? Okay. When I hold my hand like this is a fist. When you see my hand like a fist, can you say fist?
Yes.
Okay, when it's like this, it's hand. Hand. Okay, this is a this is, okay. What we're going to do is have a chance for you to look twice and tell me whether you see a fist or my hand. And I might be tricky, so you have to really look to see if I'm going to have the fist or the hand. And the important part, though, is to try to keep the bicycle going straight. So, let's start with Checkers, is your name right? Can we have those first four kids down to Chris come up and line up over here? Right in there? Okay. Now I want you to ride your bike straight over there towards your teacher. Okay, don't run her over though. Be sure and check the brakes. Now what I'm going to do, okay, go. Look. And it was a fist. And you look again and it's hand. Good job. All right. Kind of tough being first. Okay, Chris, here we go. You understand what you need to do? When I don't look until I tell you to look. Go. Look. Look over at me. Look. This, right? And good job. Okay, everybody, this is harder than it looks. Everybody's going to have a chance.
Do you know what you're supposed to do with the handles when you're looking? What happens usually when you turn your head? Your handles turn too, so the idea is to turn your head, but keep your handles
Keep the handlebars straight, going right down the straight line. Okay, go. Look. Good job. Look. Good. All right.
Handlebars stayed straight.
All right. Okay. Does everybody remember what we were trying to practice? And you can I have everybody's attention, please? Can I have everybody's attention, please? Okay, you can practice this at home. Out in your driveway with your friends. You can do this in the school playground if you can bring your bikes here. And it could be a lot of fun. It's something you can practice with. That and the driveway in terms of it'd be fun to make cardboard cars, and you can do that too. You can have fun on that. Okay, there are a couple other things I wanted to talk about. And I brought with me some helmets. A helmet is used to protect your head. Good. Helmets also are not worn like an Easter bonnet. Okay? They don't go way back on your head. Helmets go, actually I think this one fits me a little better. Helmets are worn like this. And it doesn't do you any good to not buckle them either. You have to have them buckled. So when you have a helmet, you need to wear it right and you have to buckle it. Now, we know that a lot of cyclists do wear helmets, but there are other people that wear helmets too. We have football players, baseball players, astronauts, policemen wear helmets on motorcycles. A lot of people wear helmets, even maybe some of your parents. Loggers wear helmets, construction workers wear helmets, you wear helmets too. Okay, when you ride your bike, you need to wear your helmet every time and be sure that you buckle it. We're going to be having coupons coming home from school at the end of the month, and I'll give you $10 off any Bell helmet. And so maybe it would be a good time to be able to purchase a helmet at that time. Okay. I also brought with me a stop sign. You know, in your neighborhoods, though, stop signs aren't usually down like this where it's real easy for you to see them. A lot of times they're way up there because the stop signs are really put there for cars, figuring that they'll be able to see them from a further distance. So in your neighborhood, you have to look real carefully where those stop signs are, and stop signs need stop for you and for the cars. This is what, again, a stop sign? Stop sign. Right. We're going to send home with you a pamphlet for your parents, called a parent's pamphlet, in fact. Now, I'm a parent too, and I get a lot of things home from school. And sometimes I don't have time to read everything. I don't know if your parents are like that, where you bring them something and they put it down. But what I want to do is enlist your help so that they'll read this, and that I am telling you that I don't want you to ride your bicycle until your mom or dad have a chance to look at this. So this will give you a chance to encourage them to look at it. Okay, just a few parts of it. It talks about riding, it talks about the kinds of accidents that happen at different age groups, and it's real interesting reading and something that they can keep and that you can share. They don't necessarily have to read it with you, but they need to read it. Okay, so this will be coming home from school with you today, and I really appreciate that if they do that. So I just wanted to go over again a couple of things that we talked about being part of my border patrol. So whenever you come to enemy country, you have to look, and that means really looking. I just don't want anybody just looking with their eyes. You have to really look and check again, okay, to see if anybody is coming. Out of your driveway, sometimes if there are bushes or cars parked there, you might have to come out and stop a little further than just at the end of your driveway. And that's something your mom and dad can go with you to see exactly where you need to stop before you're coming out. And we practice the most important skill of all in riding your bicycle, and that's riding a straight line and being able to see behind you and not going out into traffic or going out into where people would be walking, and be able to check behind you. You've been a good audience and a good class. You've given each other respect, and everybody's had a chance to participate. I thank you very much. We're going to go next door.